best way to make pair selection using correlation?
When it comes to correlation, I think one of the most key important pieces is, well, why do we even use correlation? And then we can touch base on why does it matter for pair selection. So the key element for understanding what correlation is, it's the hidden secret that tells you which pair is actually moving. So sometimes we might just look at, for example, Euro USD, and Euro USD is moving, but we don't really know why it's moving. But what makes things more powerful is if we look at the group of Euro and the group of dollar. Some people like to use the US dollar index or anything like that. But for this specific example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a correlation pair. I'll just open up Aussie dollar. Okay, so in this example, we're looking at the Aussie dollars here on the daily chart. Now notice this, these are all different currency pairs. We have Aussie USD, Aussie CAD, Aussie Swiss, Aussie Yen, and then flipped around, we have Pound Aussie, Euro Aussie. What I mean by flipped around, this time the Aussie is on the right side. It's not on the left side. Okay, so if we look at this one, we say this is down, this is down, this is down, almost down. This is flipped, so it's opposite. What this represents is not just, hey, look, I'm going to trade Aussie CAD today. It's for selling. It's in a downtrend, but it's actually telling you something even more powerful. What it's actually telling you is the entire Aussie group is being sold off. They're getting rid of it. This is far superior to just looking at a single pair and saying, I'm going to trade support equals resistance and I'll sell once price reaches there. This is far superior to know, well, I want to be involved with something to sell Aussie with. Okay, so if I'm doing that, my left side, I have decided I'm going to do Aussie because I just went through the entire Aussie group and I say, okay, my goal is to sell the Aussies, okay, because I know there's weakness in Aussie and it's not just on one pair. It's dominating in weakness, you know, globally. Then I need to look for something that on my counter pair is not weak. Not weak. That's all that matters. It could be strong and it could be neutral, but it cannot be weak. If they're both weak, in this case, yen is also weak in this current week, what's happening is the markets are going sideways. Because when you have weak against weak, what happens is you have two forces fighting for the same direction. And this is a currency pair. For the chart to go down, it means Aussie is weak and the counter pair, which is yen, is strong. But if both of them are weak, they'll fight, they'll go sideways, okay? And as traders, what's our main thing? We don't ever want anything to go sideways, right? We always want, you know, we want flow, we want direction. So the best way to do pair selection is find where the power is using your correlation and make sure there is no conflict onto the other side. Once you get that basics really down and solid, then you can move on to the technical analysis part and saying, well, where and how will I get involved in this? But that helps you with the pair selection. So many times you can cross off many things that doesn't even fit. So Aussie can be weak, but if yen is also weak, we say, okay, we're going to do something with Aussie, but not Aussie yen. Does that make sense?
Yes, totally. Yes. Yeah, that was very great fun.